Here's DK. This is the park up here. This is Corona Park. Here we are. We just entered the Maker Faire. And here's this vehicle. And I just saw something on the internet about this. This is an actual Dodge vehicle that's been completely rigged up so it can go completely inside of a tornado. And I guess the wind can buff it off of it, but it has also been strengthened completely all around so the things whipping by the tornado that hit the vehicle won't damage the vehicle, or at least not damage it badly. But I tell you, it looks more like a stealth war tank than it does a something for the weather. There's DK, and we were just over here looking at these drumming machines. This whole contraption of kind of drumming machines that they built up. And there's even a part there that has like this teddy bear on it. And the teddy bear's like holding the drumstick. Teddy bear drumming and beating it. And as we come around the corner here, we have this flaming, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like a dragon or a dinosaur, but it's got flames coming out. It's huge, it's big, and kids can actually go up there on the inside of it. Or maybe DK will actually go on in there and check it out. Here we are at the Rocket Park, as part of the New York Hall of Science, and it's pretty cool to see these huge rockets. You get to come right up to these suckers, and there's the top of it, pretty big, and that's actually just one of the engines of an even bigger rocket. So the one I just showed you is big. This is from an enormous rocket, and over here is yet another rocket. Now, after looking at this, we're going to go see if we can get a snack for the little man. There we go. He's got this freaky car, and he's got hundreds of these weird bass fish that do the talking and singing. You can buy them in stores, but he's got all of them rigged up, and they all move in synchrony. And even all the lobsters, they're totally moving synchrony. Look at this. Now they're like they're clapping or they're doing some weird thing. Calls it the Sashimi Tabernacle Choir. Sashimi Tabernacle Choir. Very strange. This is one of the more interesting food things here. What's interesting is that they have these huge vats. They cook it up. So there's the paella, but then they cook them in different things. So this is the one where they do the red peppers. And then over there is the chicken and onions, I guess. And I'm not sure if that one might be the vat over there, which is the shrimp. But then at some point, they also have the one with the rice. And then they remix them or prepare them like that. So it looks rather interesting to see all this paella creation. Although what's not interesting is the massive long line that just goes and goes and goes. Here's the sign for this thing. If you can believe it, it's actually called the Poop and Paddle. Okay. So you sit on the john, and while you're sitting on the john, there's your oars to paddle it. And I guess this is the tank where your excrement goes. Good deal. So this is the beginning of the area of the steampunk. So the whole idea of the steampunk is sort of going back in time, 1800s, with different styles and outfits and older technology. We're going to look at some of that right now. So here's the whole steampunk area. Oh, that's too bad. They had this whole system set up here with keyboards and a computer, and the keyboard controls these actual steam activated tubes to play music, just like organs in a church. Yeah, here's my son dialing on an old type phone. Although this phone is not a regular phone, it's what a phone repairman would jack into. He jacks that into a phone pole when he's working on a phone pole.
I'm gonna dial your home number.
Okay.
What's that?
And this looks to be some sort of a mixing device. Really old kind of mixing device.
What's this?
It's a horn. DK fascinated with an old type padlock. These are old irons and an old sewing machine, if you can believe it. Look at that thing. Boy, oh boy. And here we go with an old style phone. Don't miss. My son is going to beat this dude in the chest with a hammer. Because this is material that's made to help protect people doing dangerous jobs.
Do this all day. They're so confident in his work.
Here's some more of that armor stuff. All different kind of body armor. Come on, DK, let's look.
We make custom superhero armor, custom prosthetics, designer biotech.
So this is basically a leg.
This is one of our armor samples.
What are they made out of?
This is ballistic
definitely
Kevlar
cool
and aerospace grade
for an
carbon
arm.
Look at these, look at these, look at these. Whoa, that's awesome. So the compass.
Yeah.
Look. Oh yeah, I know. Looking at that.
We make flashlights, speakers, screwdrivers, a whole bunch of stuff. Scrimshaw peg leg with a jet boat on it.
Yeah.
You need the jet sailboat. Yeah.
Cool. Jet sailboat.
Like that's in drunken pirate artist tradition. Doesn't exactly make sense, but it's still awesome. Normally don't make the shirts. They're really like
Here's another one of the steampunk booths. The gentleman that makes these really interesting canes. The bottom one actually comes apart and you can stash things on inside of them, and the top one is actually a fishing rod.
I'll actually not eat for a month.
And that one is made from lamb's bone. And that's the gentleman who makes the interesting canes, dressed like from the Wild Wild West. There it is, a bike actually made of bamboo. The main struts, the main pieces are actually bamboo. And then there's metal pieces. This is the student project. They call it the Segway Clone. And they're from Maryland. And there is the actual Segway Clone. They're still working on it. It's a robotics project. And there's the guy driving the clone. But they have issues with trying to get it to steer. But it's very interesting what they've worked on. Sounds good. Here's DK trying to ride a weird bike contraption. Come on, DK. Okay, he's got it. Here's my son on the other bike. That one I was riding, and it's cool. It's difficult, but it's cool to ride. What I'm on now is basically impossible. And there's another parent trying to ride one of these crazy bikes. Here we are. This is Sam, the designer of this small Maker type bot. But it's not a Maker bot, but he actually used to work for Maker bot. Okay, I want to get video on here too. So here's the Maker bot. Here's the bot, not Maker bot. What do you call this bot, by the way?
Solid Doodle 3D printer.
Solid Doodle 3D printer. And there it is in action. There's this nice little door to the whole box. And what's nice is that it's smaller than a MakerBot cupcake, and yet the build surface is actually bigger than the MakerBot. It's a 4 by 4 by 4 inch object size that it builds. And there's my son also trying to get some video of...
You can take a video of my video.
There we go.
Costs 2 cents.
Right.
Here we go.
And it's designed the way that the
Joseph
parts are
Crusoe?
made locally.
Yeah.
This is actually all
This is his. It's a rep wrap.
all these other
Again, a different type of a 3D printer. And he is from the Czech Republic.
There are limits to like dimensions that you make.
Gentleman is getting strapped in to these wild constructs. They're a little bit something like stilts, but not quite. I'm definitely going to be trying that next. And then DK is going to have to do the video. Back.
So you can't stand still. It's physically impossible.
Here we go. Here's the guy trying to walk around on these stilt things. They are pretty cool.
this isn't looking good, dude.
I got it.
And you have to walk like you're walking in snow.
There's all these people around. We walk over.
This isn't gonna end well, is it?
Do what?
We are at the booth of 3D Systems, and they have all these different bots. And they actually have the prices for buying these different kind of bots. And they're building that green thing right now, which is what you see up there. But what I thought was fascinating was this incredible cathedral. This is the biggest, most complex one I've ever seen like this. Although our Maker bots will do ones like it, but much smaller, much smaller. Besides the cathedral, I like this Met over here, which was from Avatar. Here we are, end of the Maker Faire. Everything's being broken down, everything's ending, everything's being packed up. Oh, those are porta sands. And as you can see, and here's some weird robotic looking costumes people put on, and of course everybody is definitely packing up to go.